No. We don't play this one. Bring it down. Bring it down. Just bring it down. Just trust me.
This is our music.
Yeah. I get that. But I feel like for this episode, we need something a little different. So just play this one instead.
Oh my god. Here we go. Is that Batman? You're so Bane.
Speak of the devil, and he shall appear.
You managed to. That was 2 Banes, yeah. That
was 3. We were laughing over the other one, but it's actually. So I got Bane from Batman and Robin, and then in the second Bane, there's a little voice in the background going, "I am Bane," to simulate the You're so.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, which is from the animated version, and then I got what's his name down at the end.
Dom Hardy.
I thought you were playing that song for Robert C. Cooper. You're so vain.
There it is.
Boom.
Yes, indeed, it is Robert C. Cooper. We are Get Into Geek. This is episode 32, and if you haven't gotten it through your head already, we're talking about Bane, as he would have said. Look, every commendation to you for actually watching Batman and Robin to get those quotes.
Mate, the hardest part for me was getting the bit from The Dark Knight Rises. That was harder for me than going back and watching good old Alicia Silverstone.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
It's so bad, it's amazing.
What, Batman and Robin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was going. That's your favourite scene, Alicia Silverstone and Poison Ivy.
No, Alicia Silverstone getting the outfit on is my favourite scene from that movie.
I thought it was when George Clooney put on his undies.
Oh, Jesus.
Mine's when
That was
George
hard.
Clooney takes it off. I don't remember a thing about the movie. I think I've seen it twice, and
I
there was
love
both
it.
when I was like 7.
And we loved it.
Yeah.
I will
yeah.
watch Batman and Robin over Batman Forever. I don't know why. But for me, Batman
No
Returns...
way, Jim Carrey's in Batman.
Yeah.
Batman
Yeah,
Returns and
Ice to
Batman...
steal.
Nice suit. Thank you. It helps me while I'm jogging at night.
That's better than anything in Batman and Robin.
Nah, Batman and Robin, Batman Returns are my 2 favourites for some reason.
All right, let's delve into the magic of Robert C. Cooper and Bane. According to the DVD case, a giant flying insect has bitten Teal'c and is reconfiguring his DNA. Soon his body will transform into a cocoon and give birth to hundreds of alien insects. Can the SG-1 team capture one of the bugs, extract the venom, and save Teal'c before it's too late? And once again, I feel like they've ruined a lot of the plot points in this episode in the back of the
Did you say he
DVD.
was only going to turn into about 10 or 20 of those bugs?
Right,
Not
so
hundreds.
get everyone's hopes up really high.
Yeah, they do that a lot in these blurbs. I don't know. To be honest, I didn't realise that Robert C. Cooper wrote this, so this is an unbiased comment. But the main one I have in bold italics with an exclamation point is slow. So slow this episode.
Yeah.
But I don't want to taint it for Rhys. What did you think?
Yeah, I liked it, man. I thought it was a bit far-fetched when that flying sperm came out.
thank you. Yeah.
Like,
That was going to be one of your trivia questions, actually.
what, flying sperm?
I mean,
Sounds like a
no.
Tuesday night.
I wasn't talking about tonight's trivia.
not to spit in the face of Robert C. Cooper by any means, because we already do that enough. But I'm just imagining, like, the writers' room, they get together. It's like, okay, so Robert, you've got this week. So just thinking about last week where we had this amazing story where Daniel and Teal'c go to Abydos and they find that Charest is there. She's pregnant with Apophysis' baby. Meanwhile, in Washington, Carter and O'Neill go to get medals from the president. Meanwhile, Carter's father comes in. He's got cancer. O'Neill gets approached by a journalist and he's about to expose everything the SG-1 are doing. What do you got a story about? Okay, so there's a giant bug and he's going to sting someone.
Boom, mic drop.
Mic drop.
And they're going to look like flying sperm.
We're gonna do
Heaps of
Teal'c's. Teal'c's gonna be like on Earth for the first time we see him like on his own, and he's just gonna be dying in a warehouse somewhere with an annoying little shithead of a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oi, was that the same chick that played Cassandra?
It did
Well-
look a lot like her.
Well,
it's
it's
not
Funny you
but-
say that.
Yeah.
Because Should we ruin that? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, it's
She
fine,
plays
fine, fine.
Cassandra in future episodes.
Yeah, so
Bullshit. Is that why I thought she looked
It's
so
a different
wow.
actress to the Cassandra that we've seen so far, but that actress that we've seen as Cassandra is never in the show again.
Right.
And there's a Cassandra episode in, I think, season 4,
Yeah.
and it's this actress who actually goes on to play Cassandra.
Right, because the reason I ask is because I was like, man, that little chick, she's a pretty cool actor, man. Like, she was
Yeah,
really good
yeah.
at what she did. And then I looked her up on IMDb, and I'm like, oh, it's Cassandra, and I'm like, oh, shit.
Ah.
There you go.
So, yeah.
Yeah,
Ruined
if
it for yourself.
If only she was given some
Wasn't really
some better
big space.
dialogue to actually say.
Sorry, man. Please don't freak on me. I mean, you look worse than my dad did after he got shot.
Oh.
And he died.
You must leave.
Like, just real kid lingo
No, I was
that Robert
actually-
C. Cooper's
I
really
wrote
down with.
that down because Mitch and I, for 20 years, have been talking about movies and everything geeky and whatnot. And I love Mitch's idea of that if you write something or there's a movie about something, that there is a universe where it just exists in real life, an alternate universe. So basically, Robert C. Cooper, just out of lack of
Talent.
has just
Originality.
given this girl in an alternate universe a dead dad for no fucking reason.
Yeah.
There's no reason behind
Well, that's
that.
why she's on the street, because she ain't got no parents.
Well, she's got a mum.
So
She's
were all
obviously-
those other kids. Like, they
Yeah.
all got dead daddies too. Like, all those ones. hanging out.
Probably.
Just,
Like,
I'm just trying to
Tis
add
the-
more shit on Robert
Like,
C.
it-
Cooper.
it couldn't
Tis
have-
the universe.
It couldn't have been like summer break, and she was just on school holidays.
Actually, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it totally was because she had a
Yeah.
super soaker.
Super Soaker says some holidays.
so why did she need a dead dad?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Like-
Because she actually said
She
she's on summer holidays
Oh, does she?
from school. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Like,
So yeah,
yeah. Why does
Yeah.
she need? What is her having a dead dad? That didn't add anything to the plot.
because otherwise, what else would Teal'c
You
look
know,
like?
because Robert C. Cooper is now a head story editor, I feel like he's like, well, I wrote that, so I don't need to edit it. Ever. Just one draft
It's
isn't good
already
enough,
good.
Robert. Sorry.
I just pump these out and make the money.
And I'll make executive producer one day. It's going to be
Yeah.
sick.
And the funniest part is in like season 1 of Atlantis, which is the equivalent of like season 8 of this show.
Yeah.
There's basically an identical story where one of the main characters gets hit by an alien bug
Yeah.
and is almost killed by it.
And he wrote it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a thing with bugs.
Churn them out. Hey, at the start when O'Neill was about, what does he call? O'Neill calls them big ugly bugs. When that one landed,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
That's an
That's
apt
some awesome
description.
writing.
right?
That's some awesome writing.
Cooper. It's probably
I know
ad-lib.
how to write O'Neill. I know how to do it.
when the bug's on Teal'c's back and O'Neill's like lining up to shoot it for like 20 minutes.
I know. And he cocks the gun and it fucks off.
Yeah.
Oh,
It stings him. I'm like, why didn't you shoot it 5 minutes ago, man? Like, surely you've had experience shooting guns.
why didn't he cock it while it was in the holster?
He didn't need to cock it. It would have been loaded.
Yeah, would.
He's going on a mission.
Yeah, you should have one in the chamber, right?
Yeah.
Just flick the safety off.
Yeah. Mate, you're going to an alien world.
I
Like,
mean,
be
we're from
prepared.
Australia. We don't.
Yeah,
know
we don't know much
guns.
about guns. Like, do you put the bullets in the
Basically, whatever
barrel,
Arnie's
or-
done, that's
Do you,
what we
do you still
know.
have to get that like pipe cleaner brush and like
Yeah,
load,
yeah,
him,
yeah,
load
yeah.
him in the front
Yeah,
end?
he had a musket, right?
Yeah. One bullet at a time.
I feel like this was more like an episode. It was more about hating Mayborn than it was about any character production for Teal'c. Like, we really don't learn
Yeah.
anything interesting about Teal'c. It doesn't... Like, think about... And this is, I guess, more for Mitch and Brennan. Like, you think about some of the amazing storylines that Teal'c has in later seasons.
Yeah.
And some of the amazing monologues he gives and and this is what he was given. It's like, why not extend his storyline more about, you know, freeing his people or anything like that? Like, I feel like the only takeaway I have from this episode is it makes me actually hate Mayborn. Like, in the past, he was kind of, you know, a bit sort of self-serving and that sort of stuff, but you kind of understood it. But now it's just like, oh, he's just a dick.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much all it was.
And I almost didn't even think Teal'c was going to get anything to do in this episode because when those flies showed up and they're coming towards our guys, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, Neil's going to get stung. Because every friggin' time they go and something
Yeah.
happens to someone on a planet,
O'Neill.
it's always O'Neill. He
Yeah.
gets old, he gets sick, he turns into a friggin' ape, you know, like...
Yeah.
And it wasn't. I'm like, oh, this is kind of new, but it's just boring. Like,
yeah, slow.
Yeah.
That's what when they rock up and there's shit everywhere, and Carter's like, "Pigeon problem." I'm going, is that a joke? Or... and then the the fucking sperms coming over, and they all look, and Daniel's like, "I'll dial." It's like you should have just been doing it.
Yeah.
You don't need to announce it.
Yeah, they know
do
what
it.
you're doing. If you're running toward the gate, there's only a list of like one thing that you could be doing.
Either dialing the gate or jerking off onto the DHT. That's it.
Spoiler alert, Rhys. He never does the second thing.
God damn it.
Hey, actually, I know
Cross that off my bucket list then.
we use You're So Vain, a bit of an alternate sort of start to the show. The only other time we've ever done that was the Knox, and because we love that music so much. Does anyone else pick up? They use the Knox music in this
Yes,
episode
yes.
when he's
Why
having
the
a
Knox theme?
a nice little moment, Teal'c with future Cassandra,
Yeah.
and I don't know where she's telling him her really detailed backstory, which we heard before, but
My dad's dead and you look like him. Oh, that's sick.
And he died in front of you? Like,
He's
the
really
fuck?
scarred. Are you going to grow up and become Batman? Like, what's going to happen? But they actually started to use the Knox music. And in a way, I'm like, oh, I really like this. But then I sort of was a little bit disappointed. I'm like, no, this isn't just generic music.
Yeah.
Like, this is specific to a great
They
race
just
of
wanted
people.
something
You know?
like soft with chimes or something like
Yeah.
that. And I was like,
Yeah.
no, not the Knox music. Don't ruin it.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume things, but I would assume that Robert C. Cooper was in the editing booth.
It was in there. He's like, what have we got? What have we got? I just flick through episode. Okay, that from last season. Insert disc play. And I'm like, yeah, that'll do. That's really sweet. Robert, that's the Knox music. The fans will go apeshit. I'm Robert C. Cooper. Use it. I do what I want. The fans will do what I tell them to do. They will like what I tell them to like. Sorry, I just turned into Brendan for a second. Mitch, what happened?
That was just like a Freaky Friday moment right there.
I blacked out there for a second. What happened?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's so good.
Sorry, I'm just looking through my notes.
Yeah, me too.
Just a bit of a
I
nothing
didn't-
episode
I didn't-
was a note in itself.
Yeah.
Almost as good as my slow.
But it started to become like a bit like The Fly towards
that-
the end. Like he
yeah.
was just sick, and then all of a sudden he's starting to actually mutate into something.
But that's what I was gonna say, and it's okay because I'm saying I'm gonna make a Star Trek reference. Teal'c, you can say it too. It's
This
just
is a
the
fascist society.
you
we
have
live in.
three. You have three, mate. You can say it. It's
Yeah,
fine.
Don't be afraid, mate.
Well, you guys didn't pick it up when I talked about it in the last episode, so
No, we did. We were counting
Yeah,
silently.
we count.
I just didn't get a. That's. Oh, I've just had an idea. Don't worry about it. We'll save it for another time.
Good story. Teal'c told Jack he didn't want to become something other than himself. It is a bit of an obscure reference, but for some reason it reminded me of an episode of Star Trek Voyager, Tuvix.
I know the episode. Season 2, episode 24.
Oh, good call.
Ooh.
Teal'c and Tuvok merge into a unique third character with a mind of his own, and it takes a fucking real somber turn because this guy's like his own person. They basically have to kill him to get the other two back.
Downer.
And that, I don't know why, because of the whole merging of the bug and Teal'c's DNA, I'm like, ew, what could he become? What were you expecting him to become, Rhys? Did you know?
Well, we saw
before they said, obviously.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought he was just going to mutate and die.
Yeah.
Especially when he took his little junior out.
Yeah.
Poor little Teal'c Junior. I'm like, oh, don't take that out, man.
Yeah.
And I feel like
He's
that
dead.
was a problem from a writing point of view. It's like he already has an alien living inside him.
Yeah.
Why wasn't this story maybe his something was wrong with his symbiote and it was taking over, or it was reaching maturity and was looking for a host, or it's like there's all these things hardwired into the show they could have gone to.
Shouldn't his symbiote have defeated that bacteria?
Yeah,
that's the other
You'd
thing.
think
They
so.
talked
wouldn't you?
about that, I think. And
Yeah.
I can't remember what
And
they
it's like
said.
Teal'c removed the symbiote so he would die before this this bug could do whatever it was going to do. But it's like, well, how did he know the bug wasn't just going to kill him? He wasn't just going to die from it was like a scorpion sting. Like, how did he know? Like, there was just the internal logic in the universe just didn't track for me. It didn't sort of make sense. So I'm just like, why wouldn't you write an episode with the alien that already lives inside his belly?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I think the reason why he took little Junior out was the line that you said, Brendan, where he said, I'd rather die than become something I'm not. And I think he didn't know that he was going to die, but he thought he was transforming into something. And so he took it out in order to die rather than change.
That's kind of a big jump in logic for me. That was the only thing I had is, I mean, if
Robert
you
C. Cooper.
if you had a scorpion with wings sting you on your shoulder and like and you were feeling really, really sick, would you think you were going to die? Would you think you were going to turn into a scorpion?
Well, at the start of the episode, that's what they were.
When they said he's mutating.
Because no, they went to a world where it had full built structure and buildings and everything like that, but no people. And so they're like, where are all the people? And they saw all those bugs coming around. They eventually said, oh, they must have taken out all the people, killed them, whatever.
Yeah, because they went back.
So he would have known that something was going to happen to him, surely, logically.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that you would assume they would have told him that his DNA is changing. Because they got in old mate because
I'm doing everything I can to defend this episode.
Mate, yeah, it's a fucking lost cause.
I know we did get some gold though. I mean, because Teal'c pulled out his little junior and they had to try and keep it alive, we did get this great stuff.
It's stable. I don't think it will be for long.
Carter just throwing in
I
the
just
old.
wish I knew more about gold physiology. The frustrating thing is, I might.
Oh no.
Jolinar might have left me with
There it
some-
is.
Hey, drink.
Dropping the J bomb.
That's what I was going to mention is because Janet brought the new doctor in, who's the expert in DNA. So basically, her entire job this whole episode was keep that thing alive.
Yeah.
And even I know that there's an electric current running through the human body. So it took Jack to go, it's a pity we couldn't just paddle it. That can't be that easy.
Would you make that connection though? Like it survives off electric
she even
current?
said we've given it everything it needs, nutrients, the same environment, but obviously you're missing a key
And they've
factor.
clearly run tests on it because wasn't there an early episode in season 1 where they kind of pull Junior out and run tests on it so they can learn more about it? You know, I think it's episode 2 or 3 or something like that, so they can learn more about Goa'uld symbionts and their living conditions. And Teal'c's been living there for a year and a half, and she's never just gone, maybe you should just come and get a checkup, Teal'c. And we'll just do a real thorough scan of you and just find out exactly what makes you tick. Yeah. So in case, Junior does get sick, I know what to do.
Yeah.
Like...
Yeah, rather than just go, hey,
stupid.
you got that, you should be right forever.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's
And
more
then-
now that we know...
Yeah, they need the electrical current.
Yeah.
But then also, it's not the only, medical inaccuracy in terms of when they, the team go and capture the live sperm fly scorpion thing. And old mate doctor is trying to, take some venom out. He's got Daniel helping him.
I know, yeah. Why?
They're extracting a toxin from an alien bug that turns you into, kills you and turns you into 20 other alien bugs. And they have... no face protection whatsoever. It's like they can make one cut and it squirts them right in the eye.
Yeah, true.
No face shield or anything. And I'm just like...
Or even even a reflex, incision could have just stabbed one of them in the arm.
He could have made an incision and sliced one of the little venom pouches. Or
why is Daniel there? There's no writing on the fucking bug.
Look at its tail. There's tiny writing. Too small for the human eye, but I know it's writing.
Is there any chance that bug is a religious symbol of some sort?
I love when Mayborn comes in, or he's in Hammond's office. O'Neill comes in and goes,
General Hammond requests permission to beat the crap out of this man.
Hammond just holds.
Yeah, I'm not going to say no.
that wasn't what I was going to say. I just like the Seinfeld reference. He's like, hello, Mayborn. Human.
We found out how Teal'c gets his tattoo.
That's right.
The skin is cut with an auroch knife, and pure molten gold is poured into the wound.
Ow, man. Don't that hurt when they do that?
More kid lingo.
Tremendously.
Okay, so you say kid lingo with the future Cassandra from earlier. That for me was worse because at least she's a kid. She's trying to sound a bit tougher than what she is. She's hanging out in the street, God knows why, with these 2-bit hoodlums that seem like they should be fodder in an early 1990s video game when you walk around the street and you're beating up thugs.
In the
That's
middle
the
of
sort of
LA,
dialogue they had.
Not Colorado.
Double Dragon.
Yeah, but this he walked up and they're like, yo, man, what you doing on our street? And you're no threatening, they're not swearing. So they're having to be as intimidating as they can be in a PG-rated episode.
I don't think I won't cut you. But the worst part is it's like we're in the back streets of LA. Cheyenne Mountain is in Colorado.
Yeah.
So it's and Teal'c couldn't have gotten very far, so he's clearly still in the state. So it was just really?
Yo, man, get off that street. I'm here waiting for the Bed Bath & Beyond to try and open. Son, I got to wait here till 9. I've already been up and had breakfast.
Smashed Avo on toast. Yeah, I think the reason I like that was it was classic 1990s sci-fi movie, sort of, real cheap and nasty. But yeah, that's what it was for me, I think.
And the government being so, like, you're right, yeah, those classic, like, TV movie sci-fi things where there's something supernatural going on, the government show up and they are just out and out, black and white, one-dimensional bad. And that's what Mayborn was in this. It's like, Teal'c's sick. All of a sudden, Mayborn's there going, okay, let's take you off and experiment on you.
When you frame it like that, it's almost E.T., really. If you think about it.
He's ripped it off.
She's Elliot. He's sick. He's got to go home.
He's
the
turning white,
chasing
like
him down.
E.T. was. He was getting sick, and she was having to care for him. Yeah, go on the run.
Yeah.
She befriends him with candy. So it all, Robert C. Cooper's basically just ripped off E.T.
You're right, it did have an independent kind of film. Maybe that's what Cooper should have done, quit and pursued independent film.
That you didn't have to watch, you know. Like,
that's it.
Yeah, why don't you go and make midday movies I'm never going to watch?
Straight to DVD.
Maybe you should write Murder, She Wrote or something. I don't know.
And then I think the thing that bugged me the most about it was...
Bugged you?
Yeah, see, that was totally unintentional. Is the whole thing at the end of Teal'c being saved was because the little chick rings Jack.
Yeah.
How?
Yeah.
At no point do we see the scene of Teal'c going, oh yeah, I work for the Air Force, you need to ring this number and ask for Colonel O'Neill.
And go through 17 other numbers,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Then again, security's that shit, you know.
Yeah, I need to get to the top secret base.
Okay, put you through.
Oh, yeah, wait me a minute. Hold, please.
So anyway, Janice, what I was telling you about before I got this call. Right?
Yeah. And
It's always Janice.
Janice and Graham, they're the couple.
So the whole episode hinges on her making that phone call, and it's like, there's no way.
It's just like,
Like Teal'c's on
Cooper's
his
like,
deathbed.
shit, I've only got 4 pages left in his script. She can't jump through hoops. She's just got to get straight through to Jack.
She had a lot of spunk with Mayborn as well, like going...
Yeah.
Like,
She's a street kid, man. She's seen her
my
dad
dead
die.
dad was a policeman. He could tell.
Yeah,
You can
that's
tell
right.
by looking at someone if you don't like him. And
The
I
smell
don't
of
like
him.
you because my dead dad said so.
My dead dad said you stink, so you're a liar.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all we know about her.
Yeah.
Like
man, she's a gun at Super Soakers.
Yeah, she spends her holidays in an abandoned house with a super soaker, and her dad's dead.
And I feel like they were trying to make a big deal about, it's a girl underneath the hat and the sunglasses.
I know.
The big reveal.
Oh, we all thought it was a dude.
Yeah.
Oh, girls aren't allowed to play with super soakers.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Cassandra. And
I'll
she
tell you what,
flicked her hair out.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's like, it's too
Baywatch.
clean for you to be a street thug, Dale. Like, you're
Yeah.
clearly pantaning that every night. Like, what are you doing? Chucking some sunnies in a flannelette shirt that's too big for you. Belong to your dad, I get it. No, but it isn't it. Honestly, was
dead
that not
dad.
the most ideal abandoned building? Because it was so. Otherwise, it was so clean. No one else lived there. There wasn't a rat running around. There wasn't like a homeless bloke living down there. That was no one doing drugs in the corner at night time. Like it was a very.
Teal'c was the dirtiest thing in that building.
Yeah. And there was even a way somehow that a 20-pound girl was able to drag him up the stairs.
I know.
And get him up into the ceiling to hide where the
Genius.
soldiers weren't going to find him.
Yeah.
It's like, how the hell did he get up there?
The only hiding spot that there was, they searched the whole thing
And they
go,
didn't look in there.
Oh, that's it. We might as well go.
Should we look up that ladder? Nah.
Nah.
Good.
Nah, we'll save that for Richard Anderson. He gets it.
We'll come back tomorrow.
Ting, ting. Next page.
The only fun part I did read about this episode is right at the end when Teal'c shows back up and gives Cassandra or whatever her name is the new super soaker.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, it's time to play with it. And he shoots Daniel with the water pistol.
Yeah.
Michael Shanks apparently didn't know that was coming.
Yeah.
Really?
He had to,
He looked like it.
his
Too.
reaction to that was
Yeah.
and he does the old
I have to do a costume change.
Yeah, he didn't even look like fake piss. That was a little bit of. Man, like, honestly, I had a 30-second day today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had one line.
Going out to dinner after this.
That was kind of funny though. If that was ad lib with the whole shirt flicking.
Yeah, it was good. And it was good. How else would the episode have ended if they hadn't have done that? How was the episode going to end?
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that was a
the
good
talent
little
had
button.
to save the writing. Again, the other thing I was going to mention is that fucking gate technician chick, Sarah Silverman wannabe.
Yeah.
I'm sure she doesn't want to be Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman was like 11 when that came out. No. If Walter was in this episode, he wouldn't have fucked this up. they go close the iris, and she's like, oh, where's the iris? Oh, there it is. And the iris kind of closes, and the bug comes through. I'm like, you kid.
Wasn't it supposed to come through?
No.
No, I think.
Well, they needed to bring the.
I think they were supposed to catch it on the planet.
It was a convenient writing,
and then bring one through. But I feel like they were retreating because they were just outnumbered.
Yeah, it was just convenience over anything, and also they didn't have to go back on location and do it.
And convenient that the iris didn't like cut its tail off or cut it halfway through. Managed to get the entire bug through and then close the iris.
At the moment where the iris usually pauses and then.
I was going to say it's pretty convenient that one was ahead of the rest, but that's what sperm do.
Oh, good work. He made it. He's the winner.
He made it.
All right, it's that time of the week again.
Ugh, it's time to find out if Rhys has been paying attention.
As if you're under enough pressure, you have to actually sing live your own opener each week.
I don't mind.
Yeah, actually, before we go into this, I just want to ask you a question. Does Teal'c get paid?
Yes.
Good. Anyway,
how do you think Cassandra called on the payphone? He gets paid coins.
Why does he get paid? Because he doesn't.
What's he going to do with money?
Yeah, what's he going to do with money?
He's not allowed off base. All his meals and accommodation are provided for him.
Do you think they've told him about pay?
Yeah,
probably
not.
Just like, I mean, he's got no union to go to.
Do they have to pay him?
Even Jack's keeping that in the deal.
Yeah.
Like, it's his best mate. He's like, man, if he find out how much I'm on,
yeah. Daniel's like, what's your wage?
Do they have to pay him in like Teal'c money, like golden ingots or something?
Yeah.
Like,
bloody O'Neill's just gone to Hammond and said, "Hey, we should pay him. I'll sort it out." And he's just pocketing Teal'c's pay every week.
Just dogging him.
I've got a bastard child to support. Okay.
yeah. Well, they're sure as hell not doing direct deposits. Like he's not.
Yeah, I just found that interesting because
I never thought about that.
when he left the base, I'm going, if he just wanted to have a life, he,
Well, that's again, that's something that comes up in Infinity.
Yeah.
So I wonder if
he's been saving
I wonder if the base pays
for
for that.
8 years. That's a fucking lot of money. Anyway.
No, good gear.
Thanks, buddy.
It's all gonna get
I don't know. We've only got 30 minutes on this episode.
I will definitely keep it in. So, hang on. All of a sudden, a really fucking serious question. We're actually worried about a mate.
Yeah. Shit.
Because he's being underpaid.
He's getting.
We should fucking tell someone.
Is he getting super? Like, are they contributing to a superannuation fund?
All right, so Rhys, time to find out if you've been paying attention. We've got 5 questions for you. 30 seconds on the clock. Short answer questions. So if you don't know the answers, pass. And
we get the deal.
As opposed to the essay questions that you're going to be.
Later on in the season.
Well, they're not multiple choice. That's the other option.
Right.
All right, so your time starts at the end of the first question. Name the slimy dipshit colonel in episode Bane.
Dipshit colonel. Oh. Pass.
Why was Teal'c on the run?
He wanted to die. He got stung by the sperm thing.
Correct. What was the secret to keeping Junior alive?
Oh, electricity.
Correct. What weapon did Teal'c give the human child?
Super Soaker.
Correct. What did the swarm of bugs look like when they flew towards SG-1?
Sperm.
Correct. What was the name of the slimy dipshit colonel in Bane?
Colonel.
Oh, it's so close. Mayborn.
Fucking Mayborn.
Your father made you wrong!
He's out of the studio. He's not happy.
You stupid son of a bitch.
Stupid son of a bitch.
Always get me in the fucking name questions. Put them in on purpose, you prick.
General Hammond requests permission to beat the crap out of this man.
Fucking bullshit.
Colonel Dan.
Colonel Sanders.
Anyway, you're a loser, bro. Get him right.
We fucking just said it before.
Hello, Mayborn.
All right, that's episode 32 of Get Into Gate. Bane, we'll be back next week to talk a very special episode. We're doing something a little bit different next week, but we're going to be talking Tok'ra, and if that doesn't immediately make sense, if you're following on a certain chronology of the episodes, it'll all make sense next week. Rhys, might not make a lick of difference to you, mate. You're just watching what we tell you to watch.
Yeah.
You lick what we tell you to lick.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just a do what I'm told.
In the meantime, you can get into touch with us on the socials.
What are you doing
simply
over
at
there?
Get
Get back over
Into Gate, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you want to drop us a line and go into some essay questions, perhaps getintogate@gmail.com. Individually, I am at Mitch_Lewis on Twitter and Instagram. Not even going to ask, Matty.
At High Pitch Matty on Instagram.
Brendan.
I'm Brendan Gibson. Say it.
Say my name, bitch.
I am at the Flying Gibson.
Of course, Get Into Geek, we're part of the large group that is Get Into Geek, and we also do movie and TV reviews over on Get Into Geek. If you haven't already checked us out, it might be worth subscribing and checking back this week because, of course, on Thursday, Spider-Man Homecoming comes out. We're going to see it in the next couple of days, and we'll have up a non-spoiler and a full spoilers review when the movie is out. So if you're interested in going to see the new Spider-Man film with Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr.'s in there as well.
It's going to be a story about a man getting bitten by an insect.
Oh my! Wow! How timely!
Holy shit!
We wasted so much time talking about flying sperm. We could have just been pre-talking Spider-Man Homecoming. But if you want to check us out on podcast channels, whichever one you like, iTunes or SoundCloud, Get Into Geek, and you can subscribe and check back later in the week for Spider-Man Homecoming. Until next week, where we talk Tok'ra. We'll see you back next week for Stargate Sundays.
I love how we all just looked at each other and went, holy shit. That's amazing. That's an amazing...
Matty just made a lot of sense.
For the first time.
Knowledge bomb. GetIntoGeek.com.
Do you guys want to go grab a pizza or something after this?
Love pizza.
It's very random, but
I've got to be home.
Someone clearly never played theatre sports in high school, did they? Fucking
I didn't
cock block right there.
He didn't say scene or anything.
Scene.
Well, can you cut around that? Or?
Start again.
I need a yes from everybody.
Okay.
Do you guys want to grab some pizza or something after this?
yes,
Yes, absolutely.
You're a...
Oh man! And the good thing is, it's going to be so worth it.
I know, nothing's going to get...
That's what I mean. It could be the best piece of audio you've gotten by now. We're just
It's not going to be the point. This is like Mike's off. We're not doing anything. This is,
Yeah. Can I be German?
All I need is a fucking yes, all right? Just a normal
Theatre
yes.
sports, chicken juice off the cuff.
So everyone just give me a yeah. Just a, yeah, all right. Yep, sounds good. Just... So you guys want to grab a pizza after this or something?
Yeah, I'm starving.
Yeah.
Yeah, Teal'c, what do you want on yours?
Peanuts and caramel.
See, totally wasn't